By really understanding how everyone is you pushed out works, you are definitely going to be able to manifest what you want easily and effortlessly. So guess what? That's what we're going to talk about today. Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So today we're going to talk about everyone is you pushed out and how your thoughts transmit into the other person. So this is actually from Neville's book, Prayer, The Art of Believing, Chapter 4. So if you haven't already subscribed, definitely subscribe, hit the bell icon below because I do put out new videos every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. Each one of them with the intention that'll help you create something wonderful in your life. And also as well, there's Recreating People courses and coaching available in the description below. So let's get started on this. Neville's got a saying in here. It is, to think is to speak low. To speak is to think out loud. So I'm going to read to you one of his paragraphs here on how our thoughts actually transmit into the other person. Okay. So your consciousness is the light reflected on the mirror of your mind and projected in space to the one of whom you think. By mentally speaking to the subjective image in your mind, you cause the mirror of your mind to vibrate. Your vibrating mind modifies the light of consciousness reflected on it. The modified light of consciousness reaches the one towards whom it is directed and impinges on the mirror of his mind. It causes his mind to vibrate according to the modification it undergoes. Thus, it reproduces in him what was mentally affirmed by you. Okay? So, this paragraph is loaded full of stuff here. So first of all, this is what we taught what vibrations mean. Vibrations are thoughts, okay? So your conscious thoughts, the thoughts you hear, your self-talk in your head, actually vibrate on the mirror of your mind and then send out this laser light to Jerry. And then it hits Jerry and it vibrates on his mind and he thinks it's his idea and he starts going about his day. So I intend for Jerry to call me. Jerry always calls me. Jerry loves talking to me. Jerry's like, oh, I should call Amanda. And then he calls me up and then we're having a phone call and he thought it was his idea to call me, even though it was my idea. So the one big difference between intending somebody to do something in your mind and speaking it out loud is if you intend it in your mind, they think it's their idea. If you speak it out loud, they think it's your idea. Okay? So this is what we mean by vibration. So if you want to vibrate at the same vibrational frequency of what you want, is you actually create the vibration. Every single thought that you have is a vibration, okay? And so you can look at it like this, like, you know, if you want to have the other person do something, all you have to do is think and intend for them to do it and they will do it. Of course, all your thoughts have to support that. Now, the one thing in here is the only time people can reject what you are intending them to do is if you think they're going to reject it. You're the operator, okay? You're the only one in your reality sending out these laser lights to everybody and this vibrational light, okay, of consciousness, okay? So you can only intend for another what you believe they are actually going to do, okay? So you've got to believe to some part that they are going to want, you know, either to be with you or they're going to want to call you. So for instance, right, if I say I intend for Jerry to call me, but then I think, he's probably busy working. Well, guess what? He's going to be busy working because right there, I've already blocked it with, he's going to be busy working. So now Jerry's like, I'd call Amanda, but I'm busy working, you know? So that is how everyone is you worked out, is everyone is you pushed out works. Now, the thing is, right, is you can basically and do this with anybody in your life, whether you've met them or not, right? You can do it on a very general scale. You know, you could do it on any sort of platform you want. If you want to meet like a famous person, you know, you fix your thoughts on meeting that famous person, you know, that vibrates in them. And then all of a sudden they'll take every step possible, you know, to either meet you somehow or, you know, vice versa, like, you know, or you'll meet them and you'll be somewhere at a signing, they'll something the universe will transpire to make that happen, because that's vibrating within them. Okay. So now, the one thing is, right, is you do need to have persistence sometimes with things, because, you know, all your thoughts that go over, they vibrate, right? So when also too, right, so with resistance is, you know, you've got to have a lot on there, or put as much as you can on there to hopefully block the things like that are blocking it. So like, for example, if I say, well, I intend for Jerry to call me, but he's busy, then I have to say, well, then he'll call me later after work. He always does. Okay. That's going to now create that Jerry's got that vibration to call me, but he's like, I'm busy working. But then he's like, no, you know what? I'll call her after work. I always give her a call after work. She'll love to talk. Okay. So do you see what I mean? That you want to throw a lot on there and make sure that every thought that you're transmitting over to the person is going to support what you're actually looking to manifest back from them. Okay. And, you know, the bottom line is, you know, is you've got to believe that they'll do whatever you're transmitting over to them. Okay. So if you're like, well, I intend to get back with Jerry. Oh, but he's never going to forgive me. Well, then guess what? Jerry's never going to get back together with you and forgive you, or whatever, you know. So you want to make sure that all of those thoughts that are going to be, you know, in line with what you're actually focused on. So, you know, a really good technique that Neville talks about is having mental conversations. Okay. So, you know, for instance, you know, if I'm looking to get back together with Jerry, having a mental conversation with him in my head, I intend to get back with Jerry, you know, it's like, and then I think, oh yeah, you know, think about, you know, see Jerry in my mind, or at least think about Jerry and be like, oh yeah, you know what? Oh, I'm so happy. I missed you too. And have a conversation with him, you know, like play out that scene of when you guys get back together, that first date back together, or, you know, that first date at coffee, right? So yeah. Now, the other thing is that with our thoughts, and he talks about it in this chapter, is this is where resistance comes in, is that every manifestation has to be fully realized before the next one will go. Okay. So for instance, I say I intend for Jerry to call me, but then I'm like, oh, she's probably busy working, and he's busy. And then all of a sudden Jerry never calls me. And then all of a sudden I'm like, Jerry never calls me. Why isn't he calling me? I'm intending. Oh yeah, that's right. He's really busy. Okay. At that moment, I fully realized my intention that he was fully busy. That's been fully manifested, so that I can change it too. Well, I intend for him to always make time for me. I intend for Jerry to always call me. I intend for Jerry to drop everything and call me. Okay. That now creates that, you know what, he's always going to make you a priority. He's always going to call you. So the thing is, right, is when we are creating, you know, with our intentions and our mind and our imagination, okay, we've got to take into account and block all of the resistance we threw out there, if we did throw any out there, okay, because, you know, we've got, you know, our negative thoughts can block what we want. Well, how we block our negative thoughts, what we don't want, is with our positive thoughts, okay? Anyways, yeah, that's my video for today. And definitely check out chapter 4, the prayer, the art of believing. It's absolutely amazing. That whole entire book is actually really, really good. Anyways, that's my video for today. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. You guys are all amazing, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.